Hello everyone, welcome to lowcodefx. See how we can add a fancy placeholder. So let me add a input text here. Increase the size a bit, like 20. Yeah. Now to add a placeholder, multiple placeholders, I will create one collection on visible of the screen. Here we go. This is my collection with index column and placeholder column. We have 5 placeholders and we will need a timer. Yes, I will set duration as 1000 and repeat on auto start on timer end property of timer. I will set one variable called var index, comma, I will set it to var index plus 1. Okay, and as we have 5 index only, so we will check if var index less than 5, comma, if it's less than 5 we will increase it by 1. If it's not less than 1, then we will make this variable 1. So set var this, comma, 1. Yes, and on visible of this screen I will set this index as 1 here. Perfect. Now we can utilize that index. So let's click on placeholder. Yeah, so here we will add a lookup formula, lookup call search, comma, index is equal to var index, comma, I need placeholder. Let's test. Search by name, email, project, department, location. So it's working now. So in addition to this, I want to play with text like so. I will use mid formula, mid, comma, start num will be 1, comma, so 30 into I will use timer 2 dot value divided by timer 2 dot duration. So basically it will run from 1 to 30 as timer runs every time. We need to hide the timer. Let me hide the timer and let's test. Perfect. So based on maximum length of placeholder, you can set this value 30. So if you change this with the maximum one, you can easily cover all the placeholders. I like to build this kind of animated navbar in Canvas app. Yes, it's possible. And if you see, there is no timer jerk, seems very smooth. So let's see how we can build it in Canvas app. Let's get started. For this screen, I will apply this color in the background, and let's add one image control. This one I will keep height and width 40. In the image property I will pass svg, x property and y property I will keep it 15. So this is my svg. On top of it I need one button, so let me grab it. I will keep height and width bit more, 50 and 50. Yes, and x and y property I will keep it 10. Remove the text and make it transparent. So in the image we are using this variable to toggle between true and false. So on click of this button we will set this variable as toggle between true and false. So I will add not. If we check this, yeah, I will make it one group and name it as arrow. In similar way, I need one more image, but this time we need to use a container, right? So I will use a normal container. So this is very important to use a normal container. Width I will set it to 650 and height 65. Yeah, and X property will be 70. Yes, and Y property I will keep 5. Yeah. Now in this we need one image. We will use X and Y 0. Width will be parent and height same, parent height. So in this image I will pass the SVG for the navbar, and this image I will set it to fill. Perfect. So in order to add buttons, I will add in this container, I will add one grid container. So this is new container which is in preview. So again X property 0, width will be parent width, height again same, parent height. Yeah, and this is my grid. So in this I will add a button. Let's remove the padding. Yes, and my row will be 1 and columns will be 6. Yes, remove the text and make it transparent. Yeah, I will paste it 6 times. So 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, in the container, if you see the in the image there is a kind of padding to the left and right, so I will add padding on left and right of 10 and 10. We have these buttons and image in one container. Let's remove this shadow of the container. So if you see in the image property, there is one variable called var tab index, and based on these numbers 1 to 6 we are basically changing the selection of the tab button. I will set this variable to 1 to 6. So if I click here, this will change accordingly. You can basically add a navigation to the respective screens. Let's move this container to left hand side a bit. Let me change X property to 60. Yeah, it's good now. So we have this arrow and navbar. Perfect. I need a timer. On click of this button, I will start this timer. So on click, along with this, set var timer to true. This variable we will pass it to timer start property. Yes, and I will set duration to 1000, and on end of this timer I will reset this variable. So set timer dot false. Now we will use this timer to handle the width of this container, navbar container. Click on width. Yes, so we will check if var menu open. If it's true, then use this width into timer dot value divided by timer dot duration. Yes, else if this is not true, then I will do 1 minus this, so this will be reverse. Bracket close. Let's test it out. Yeah, I will hide this timer and check. There is jerk at the beginning. If you see here, it's because of timer behavior. We have another way to tackle this. So in this navbar, let me expand it. Yeah, in this navbar container, I will add one rectangle. Yeah, x0 parent width will be parent width, height parent height. The color property I will set it to apply same color as background. So for that I need one more timer. This is my second timer, and my first timer duration is 1000, and I will keep second timer duration to 900. This should be less than the first timer. On click of this icon, we need to set one more variable. Add here. If this is true, then set hide comma true bracket close. So this variable we will utilize in this rectangles visible property. What we are using to start the first timer, we will use the same variable to start the second timer as well. So on start property I will pass this, and on end of this second timer I will set where hide false. Perfect. Now let's utilize, this is important, we have to use first timer property to hide the rectangle. So let's play with visibility. Dot value greater than equal to 100, and this timer dot value less than equal to 900. I will add not to this. Yes, so this will be visible before 100 and after 900. And we need to pass one more variable here, that is where hide. So this icon button, I will set this false before making it true, kind of resetting the variable in one click. I will hide both of the timers and let's test it out. So I will use dark color in the background of the screen, and let's add one image. x0 y0 width will be parent width, height will be parent height. Yes, and I will use channel logo in the background. Okay, also I will add one button here to open the pop-up, and I will use this color palette. Yes, this is my pop-up button. Yeah, so this is my background, and on top of it we will build one pop-up with Glassmorphism effect. For that I need one HTML control. Yes, x0 y0 width will be parent width, height will be parent height. Yes, I need one vertical container. Yes, again xy00, width parent width, height parent height. Yes, inside this I need another vertical container. This one I will set height and width static both. Height will be 500 and width will be 900. I will use white color for now. Let's align parent container center. Yes, in this I will add one text with height 90, align center, semi bold, font size 20, and text will be pop-up. Yes, again in this container I need one form. I will connect this form to this action items data verse, and let's make it 2 as a columns. Yeah, also inside this container I need one horizontal container to add buttons. Height will be static 60. Yes, let's add one button here. Yeah, this is my submit button. I need one more button. Let's add gap of 10 to the container. Yes, this is my secondary. Yes, text will be cancelled. Yeah, and this container I will remove shadow, make it none. This container is pop-up container. I will create one group of these two. Yeah, and on visibility of this group I will pass one variable where pop-up. Okay, and this variable I will set true on click of this button. Okay, set pop-up true. Yeah, so if I click on this pop-up, this particular group will appear. And same, I will copy this formula and on cancel I'll pass this and make it false. Yes, so cancel. Yeah, okay, now I will use a HTML code here. Yes, so this one. So this HTML code will blur out the background. Yeah, also I will pass the parent container. I will make it, yeah, this is my parent container. For the parent container I will make it transparent. Yes, and this child container, let's use one color, this one. Yes, and okay, opacity I will set it to 20. Nice. Let's set the colors. Pop-up title color I will set white. Again set white color to every title of the fields. Yeah, let's use this color palette to the submit button. This container I will add one border of 5. Yes, and I will choose this color. Let me align these buttons at center. Yeah, let's see. Perfect. On custom attachment UI in Canvas app, if you see, there is no attachment control available separately here. So in order to bring it in Canvas app, we need to pull it out from the form. We need to create one table. So let's jump to the solution, create one table. hit on start from blank. I will name it as upload files. Yes, the primary column I will say it ID, and I will add one more column called file name. Save. Let's save the table. For the database table, we need to enable that attachment option. So if you see that property here, there is one option available, enable attachments. Click on that and save. Now I'm going to create one additional column called files. Yes, and this is nothing but the file. Make it file. Save. In Canvas app, let's add that table here. Table name is upload files. Yes, it's got added. Now in the screen I will apply dark color in the background, this, and in order to bring that attachment control, I need to add a form, and this form I will connect to upload files. Yeah, so here is the attachment control. If you see this one, yeah, this is what we need. So let's copy it and paste it in the screen separately. So we have this attachment control. Let's delete this form. Yeah, get rid from the errors. The attachment control, I will add one gallery on left hand side. So I need one vertical gallery. Yes, let's bring it here, right there. Yeah, I will go ahead and delete all the controls within it. Let's see the template size. It's 104. Let's make it 200. I need one image. So for now I'm going to attach only image. If you want to add other files and make it dynamic, then in order to display here, we can use combination of image control as well as buttons. I need two buttons here. Let's use this color palette, my submit button. Yes, and I need one more to clear the gallery. I need this. So whenever I add attachments, I should display that image over gallery. I copy this control and this dot attachments. Yes, and this image is nothing but this item dot value. Yeah, so let's see. Let me go ahead and attach. Limit of the attachment control is 1, so let's change it to 10. I will go ahead and add a few more. Yeah, so if you see, whenever I add multiple attachments or images, this button got shifted downwards. I want this button at the same place irrespective of attachments. So what I need to do, whenever I attach file, I need to clear this control and I push this attachment to the one collection. On add file, so this is the property of this control. I'm going to collect this. Okay, so call file upload self dot attachments. Now once it's get added, I will reset this control. So let me grab it and reset it here. And this collection, I need to use it in gallery. So I'll replace this and this. Let me remove the current attachments and try it out. So if I add this, the second one, so what is happening, it's getting cleared out the previous one. So instead of clear collect, I will use collect. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, perfect. So this button is always there at the same position, irrespective of attachments. And if we want to clear this, we can basically clear this collection using the this clear button. So let's add the formula clear this. Perfect. Yeah. Now let's do some enhancement here. Salaries, I will change wrap count to 2. Okay, so if I add one more attachment, yes, so this will tag here. So let's reduce width a bit. Yeah, and I will make it fit only. Perfect. Now I need this control to be this size. Yeah, let's add one delete option as well, like delete button for each. So I will add trash icon at the bottom here with white color. Yeah, and on click of this, let's add remove function. Okay, so I need to pass this collection name and this item. Let's test it out. Yes. Yeah, let me re-add everything again. For now I will bring it down here, and here I need to add one HTML control in order to enhance the attachment control UI here. Right now I am placing it randomly, but we can use vertical or horizontal containers in order to make it responsive and align very well. So we should use the containers. So for demo purpose I am placing it randomly. So let me grab a code for the HTML control here, and so if you see the code, I have used one variable called var file counts. So this is nothing but the count of the attached files. Yeah, so when I add a file here, I need to set this variable var file count as count rows of call file upload. Yes, I need this same in clear as well. So whenever I clear, this count should get also updated. At the same time, we need to add on the click of this delete option, remove property of the attachment control. I need to set this. Let's check it out. If I attach one more, yeah, so here you can see the percentage. I have set attachment limit to 10. So if you see the percentage, 4 attachments are there, so 40% is there and 6 slots are remaining. If I delete some, it's get updated because it's linked to the collection. Now I need to overlap this attachment control on top of this. So this attachment control I will bring it on top. This is important, and let's bring it here. So the reason to create collection is to have this attachment on same place. I don't want to move this downwards. This attachment control I will remove, make it transparent. Everything I will make it transparent. Yeah, so if you see, anywhere I can click over the button. Yeah, and I'm able to add a file. So here 3 stars remaining. Similarly, I will copy this control and paste it one more time and put it over here, if you see, and it will allow me to drop a file over here. So I will show that as well. Let me drop one file here. Here we go. So both the functionalities are there. We can drop the files as well as add using the button. Let's see if we hit the maximum limit of attachment. So let me add 2 more files. Yeah, if you see, the UI got changed as we have hit the limit 100%. I'm going to refer this count. If this count is equal to 10, then attachment control should be disabled. If this count is greater than equal to 10, then display mode will be disabled, otherwise display mode will be edited. Yes, now I can't edit it, and if I remove one of the attachment, it will allow me to attach. Let me align it center, this gallery. We can remove the scroll bar as well. Yeah, on submit of this, we can basically patch this record from the collection to the backend. Let's see how we can freeze columns within the table. Let's add one vertical container, x0, y0, width, parent width, height, parent height. Within this I will need one vertical gallery like this and one slider. At the bottom, width I will set it to parent width. Yes, max value would be parent dot width. Yeah, let's set the template size. I will keep it 40. Yeah, so this is very important that don't insert horizontal or vertical container inside this template. You can directly use controls or you can leverage container, the basic container. So I'm going to add a text directly over here, and we can play with properties like this. Width I will keep 150. Height I will set it to parent dot template height. Yes, let's align this center. Yes, I will add kind of border. Yeah, on visible of the screen I will create one collection. This collection consists of 15 columns and 4 rows. This is the collection name, sample data. I will use this in this gallery. Data source, pass this. To load the data, I need to jump from another screen to this screen. Yes, so we got that collection. I will copy this multiple times. We will refer to the previous controls and adjust the X property. This is text1. My X property of this will be text1 dot X plus text1 dot width. Yeah, okay, we will copy this formula. This is my text1 underscore 1. Use it in this. This is underscore 1. I will go ahead and apply same formula to all the controls. Okay, so I have added 12 controls, text controls. For each, I will assign respective column, column 2. So now we have got 12 columns and 4 rows. I have referred each and every text box to the previous one. So if we want to freeze first two, okay, let me make it bold and apply different color at the back. Yes, if we want to freeze the first two, then we can tackle X property of this text box. So this X property is nothing but slider1 dot value. It should be parent width dot width minus slider1 value, and minimum property would be parent dot width, yes, minus 300. Here you can see we have padding of 15, so I will make it 315, and now you can see this is matching now. So let's test it out. If I slide to the right, it will go to the right. Yes, now I need to increase the slider max value a bit. So max value is currently width, parent width. I will make it plus 400 to cover the, to go to the last point. Yeah, but if you see, if as I'm sliding, it's kind of overlapping. So in order to make it at the back, what I will do, basically we need to change the order. So let's reorder it to the front, these two. Yeah, now let's freeze out third column. I will copy this formula and use it X property here. We need to use this to the, yeah, here the previous one. So this is nothing but my 1, this is nothing but my 1. We need to change the minimum value like we say, so we need to add like 150 in this, so it's kind of 465. Yeah, so we need to change the color of this now, make it bold, change color to this. Yeah, let's test. Yeah, we need to reorder this one, bring it front. Yes, yeah. So like this we can freeze required columns. On the top you can add the header of the table and apply the same logic to the header as well, so that it will be in a sync. We can add a nested galleries. So if you see here, we have a group names at the top, and for each group we have a set of colors. So this is nothing but one collection, and we have utilized two different galleries to display these cards. So let's see. So on visible of this screen, I will create one collection, clear collect, call nested gal, comma, I have a JSON consist of group name and color code. So basically it's kind of group of colors, and objective is to create cards where we can display a group name and respective set of colors. Let's add a gallery, vertical gallery, blank. Yeah, and within this gallery I will set it to layout of 3. Yes, let me remove the image. Yes, within this I will add a label, this one, so we can display a group name. And so this is my parent gallery. I will pass that collection, call nested gal. Yes, So currently it's displaying color codes. So here we have total 8 groups, so we should have 8 entries in the gallery. Add a group by, yes, then our group name, then color code. So now if you see, this is nothing but a group name. Yes, make it bold. So this is my parent gallery and this is the one card of the gallery. So within this I will add another gallery. So let me add horizontal gallery to display the colors, and adjust height and width this. Perfect. And I will set template size to 40 maybe. Yes, and within this I need a rectangle to display the like this, to display the color. Now so in this gallery, in the data source, we need to pass the same collection, call collect, right? But this time I need to filter it out with filter this collection, where group name is equal to this item dot group name. So now as it's a child gallery, can include this property within the data source, bracket close, and now you can see different colors. Let's set this color property of the rectangle. I will set color value this item dot color code. Perfect. Left hand side you can see this is parent gallery and this is child gallery. How to add progress bar in Canvas app using SVG? We will consider 5 different stages. Just define it using buttons, 5 different buttons. So this will be my stage 1. Okay, and let's set one variable. Set var progress comma 1. Yes, so for each stage I will pass one number. Let me just copy here, this is stage 2, and I will pass 2 in this variable. Yes, so we have got these 5 stages, and here on top I will display a progress bar. Let me explain the use case for this. Collection of the enquiries consists of 5 different forms. Within each screen we define one form. Similarly we have stage 2, stage 3 and all. Once they submit form 1, then that means stage 1 is completed. I'm defining those screens here using the buttons. So let me add one image here. Yeah, and we will ask AI tool to design SVG for us to display a good progress bar. Now I'm in ChatGPT. Let me add a prompt here. Give me 5 stage progress bar SVG for Canvas app. Okay, plus add label to each stage as stage 1, stage 2 and so on. Plus use var progress variable to define each stage, plus completed stages should be in green, current stage in orange, and pending ones in red. Add circular animation to the current stage. Okay, where progress values would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter. So here we have got SVG for progress bar. Let me copy it and jump to Canvas app, and I'll pass it in the image property. Let's test it out. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. Let me stretch it a bit. Yeah, we have got that animation as well. If we have separate screens or containers for each stage, then we can simply use this variable while jumping from one stage to another, and we can easily display progress bar within all the screens and for all the stages. So a calendar view inside Canvas app. For that I will add one vertical container. Yeah, x0 y0 width parent width, then height parent height. Yeah, inside this container I will add 3 vertical containers. Yeah, let me copy it. Yeah, and one more horizontal container. So I will set height of these 3 containers to 60. Yeah, first container I will add text. Width will be parent width. Container align center vertical and horizontal. Then I will set this text in the middle. Text would be calendar view. I will make it bold and font size 20. Yeah, here I will add horizontal gallery. Yeah, this one. Template size I will set it to parent dot width divided by 7. Inside it I will add one text. Yes, make it center. Yeah, now the gallery data source I will set it to calendar weekdays short bracket close. Yeah, and this text will be this item dot value. So we have got 7 weekdays. Apply. Yeah, dark one, and text color property I will set to white. Font size 18. Yes, let's make it flexible height. Yeah. In below gallery I will need one vertical blank gallery here. Yes, and we have 7 columns, and in order to decide how many rows we need to display the calendar, so basically if we consider 31 days and start from Saturday, then it will cover around 6 weeks. So 6 into 7 is equal to 42, so we will need 42 blocks. I will set this layout to block once, set height width to parent width. Yes, remove padding. Perfect. Then I will set a wrap count of this gallery to 7. Yes, remove this image. Perfect. Height I will set it to 90. Let's insert one text here at the top. Yeah, in the data source I will pass sequence of 42. We need 42 blocks. Here in the text I will use this item dot value. So we have got 42 blocks. Let's add padding left like 10 and make it font size 18 and make it semi bold. Yes. Now we need to set one variable on visible of this screen. So I will set var current date, comma, I will use date function, and first one is year. I will refer to today's function to get the current year. Next would be month. Use the same thing, month of today, and as I want the first date of each means current date, so I will pass 1 here. So it's nothing but first day of this month. I will refer this variable here. So in item property I will use for all sequence value plus I will add that current date. So here I need to jump from another screen to this screen to load this current date. Now you can see the date, and in this text I will use, instead of this value I will use day. I need day of this particular date. So yes, so it starts from second, and in order to bring the align the dates with the weekdays, we need to subtract weekdays of this current date. Yeah, now you can see it's appearing at the right place. Now I want to change the color of the dates which are not from this month. For example, after 31st it starts the next month. I want to grade out this, so let's add that filter here in the color property of this text box. If month of current date is equal to month of this item dot value, then color dot black, else color dot light gray. Yeah, you can see now this got grayed out. Perfect. Now I need to display the current month over here at the title. So let me just quickly change text. I will concat it with this text, and I will use text function to extract date from this variable bracket close and concat with bracket again. So we got March here. Now I need two buttons here to change the month. So let me add button. Yes, I will set height and property same 32. Then I will make it icon only, and I will use this icon, left arrow. Yes, I will copy the same and paste in same container. This time the icon would be opposite. Perfect. Align this container center and add gap of 20. Yes, I will select both and use color palette to this. Now on click of this left arrow I will set this date, var current date to end date, year, perfect, comma, month, ops, variable, but this time I will reduce it by 1 and day will be 1. So left arrow will reduce month by 1. Bracket close. Perfect. Copy and use it in the another icon. This time it's +1. Perfect. Let's test. April, May, June. If you see here, it starts here and ending at last, so that means we need 6 weeks, maximum 6 weeks to cover all the dates. Consider one use case. Let's for example, if we have a collection of tasks, it's nothing but collection of task name, start date and end date. I will refer this to here. So in the gallery I will need one more horizontal nested gallery. Perfect. I'll make it like in item property of this I will apply filter to this collection and start date less than equal to this item dot value and end date greater than equal to this item dot value, comma, I need task name. Perfect. And in this horizontal gallery I will add, so let's set template size first. So this time this is nothing but parent. Let's remove padding of this, make it 0. In this nested gallery I will add one text. Yeah, this item dot task name is fine. Align this center, yes, make it 13. Apply background color as light one. I need to jump from another screen to this screen to collect that data. Perfect. Let's test out. So we have got this task here as per the start date and end date. If I click on next, yes, now I want to highlight the current date, so let's add one. In the parent gallery I will add one rectangle, yes, x0 y0 width will be parent dot template width and height will be parent dot template height. Make it transparent color, yes, and in border property I will use border thickness, yes, I will use one logic like if this item dot value is equal to today, then it will be 2, 0. Yeah, so it will highlight the current date here. Yeah, one more thing, I will add year as well, so dash yy here. So if I go back to December, it should change to 25. Perfect. We're going to build a Gantt chart inside this project screen. So we have those cards for each project. If I open project, we can see the list of tasks, based on different buckets, and we have developed this Gantt chart at the right bottom. Yeah, and this is the Gantt chart view. We can change the month and see the respective timeline. Let's get started. So let's add that icon first and then we will work on Gantt chart. So for that I will need, within this project screen, on top only I'm going to add one image icon. Yes, and X property would be parent dot width minus self width minus 20. I will keep 20 as a padding. Same, I will copy and use it in Y property. This time it's height. Yeah, now let's adjust width and height. I say 50. Sorry, height would be 50. I need one button, so X and Y property. So let me paste that here. Y property is also same. Height, keep height and width same as image, 50 and 50. Yeah, let's make it transparent. Remove the text. Perfect. Now I need to group this too. Let's group it and call it icon underscore Gantt chart. So in the image property, I'm going to pass a SVG in image property. Yeah, this one. I don't want to see this Gantt chart on this project screen, so the entire container is visible when where project is true. So we will pass the same to this group. This will be visible with the same variable. Yeah, so let's test. Back, click on this. Yes, when I click on this button, I need to set one variable. Set where task view, comma, I will use same here but add a not. So basically it will toggle between true and false. Now if this is true, then I will utilize this in the image property. Here we have SVG. So based on this variable, if this variable is true, then I will see the Gantt chart icon. If it's false, then I will pass one more SVG for table icon. So second icon will be table. So we need to set this variable true on select of this card. So whenever we click on these cards, this variable will set as true and the icon becomes Gantt chart. So let's add that here. Set where task view, comma true. Perfect. Let's test it out. Click here. I got Gantt chart icon. Yeah, now we will utilize same variable and play with this container. This container is nothing but this one, container 7 here. So this is my main container and within this we have 3 containers. This is kind of, first container is title, second one is this one, and this is this. So instead of replacing this particular below container, I will replace the entire parent container and I will utilize this header within the same, and below two containers will be replaced with the Gantt chart view. So let me rename it to table view. Yeah, and I will copy this and paste it again. This is nothing but my Gantt chart view. Yeah, so this table Gantt chart container will be visible, I will set visible property to 1, and I will add and where task view. For table view, I will pass the opposite if this is not true. Yeah. Gantt chart view. This is my header. I don't want this, but yeah, let me remove all the controls within it. I need container, this one, and below as well. Let me remove all the 3 containers. In this, I need a title called Gantt chart. So one text box with dynamic width and one more text box. I need it to display current month and year, and along with this I need 2 buttons icons, so left and right. Left, I will bring it here. This icon will be helpful to change the month. Let's make it 25 and icons I will use white color or maybe this one. Let's add padding to this container a bit to the right, 20. Title would be Gantt chart. Make it white and bold. Let's add 20 as left padding. This container background I will make it transparent. I need a gallery. I will set template size to 50. Yes. On left hand side I will display the task names, and right side you will see the Gantt chart bars. So to display the task names I need a text box. The width would be 250. Yeah. X0, Y0. Height I will set it to parent dot template height. Make it white. Yes. On top I need a header to display the dates of this month. Let me copy this one. I will bring it here, and this I will remove. Let's add horizontal gallery. I'm going to paste this text from the below this to keep it the same space at the starting. This text box height I will set it to same parent height. Let's play with template size here. This time I will refer gallery 3. Yes, gallery 3 dot width, yes, divided by 31. The reason to divide by 31 is I need 31 days, that's maximum days in the month. And within this let's add text. Yes, perfect. In the item property of this gallery I need to pass a sequence of 31 days, so let's add sequence 31. So we got 1 to 31. This item dot value, yes, let's make it white. Yeah, so we got 1 to 31 days. Later we are going to replace this 31 with the variable. Let's check this. Yeah, it seems opposite. Let me jump from here. Okay, in table view, visible would be, it should be true, and for other it should be not. Let's test it out. Yeah, yeah, it's working perfectly fine. Now we will pass the same data source here. So we have this filter, project name, this one, copy it and use it in this gallery. Data source, copy. Yeah, and this text would be dot task name. Yeah, let's turn on auto height. Perfect. Title, I will set text as task name. Yeah, align center, make it bold. On click of this card, I will set one variable. So here I need to create a current date. So set where current date, comma, use year function, and in the date and pass today and capture this current year. We need to create a date, so we need to add a date function here to create a date. So first one is year, then month. I want the first day of this month. So in the variable you can see first of this month. Let's utilize this current date. So this is my vertical gallery. Okay, so inside this, to display those bars, I need a horizontal gallery. So let me add one nested horizontal gallery, blank. I'll refer this text and X property of this gallery dot width. Yes, and width of this gallery would be parent width minus this dot width. Template size, I will set it to parent width divided by 31. Align this to center. We add a rectangle. The item property, we will set it to a sequence of 31 for all 31 sequence. I will use where current date. Top, let me add text to see the value. I need to add value. Value is nothing but sequence value, the -1, to start it with 1, because current date we are considering 1 plus 1, it will be 2, then -1 1. Along with this, I will need as it's a separate gallery, I will need a task name inside this gallery. So in item property, I need to add a task name for respective item. So I will use with function. Yes, in the with I will define a task parameter, task colon this item dot task name. And this is basically we need to change. So I'm going to make it curly bracket, and this I will consider a sequence. So I will put it sequence colon, and I need one more, that is task name colon task bracket close for width. This task is nothing but this one, and sequence is nothing but this one. So here the text would be this item dot sequence. Yeah, this text color I will make it transparent. In this text, let's use text where current date comma I will use small mmm dash yy bracket close and font color to white. Let's align center. Perfect. Add one more m to get a full name. Okay. Now I want to change the current month when I click on the icons. So on click of this, let's set where current date comma date year of current date, right, comma month. So as it's a left side arrow, so we will subtract it by 1 month and our day will be 1. Copy the same and paste it over here, and this time we are increasing by 1. Yeah, let's check it out. March, Feb, January, December. Now color property of this rectangle, I will set it to if. I will add lookup task details comma task name is equal to this item dot task name comma start date. Consider this greater than equal to this item dot sequence, and I will use same formula, but this time instead of start date it will be end date. This will be less than equal to this comma color dot red else color dot transparent bracket close. Let's test it out. This is April. Let's go back to Jan. Yeah, so this should be reverse. This should be less than equal to, and this should be greater than equal to. Yeah, perfect. So January, I can see this gallery width is parent width, and this correct parent width. So let's refer to this directly. So container this, yeah, and template size I will refer to gallery 4. Yes, let's check another one. Project 5. This is Jan. Now let's play with colors. Along with this task, I will pull one more parameter that is status dot status current status task status colon status. Wherever we have red, okay, this I need to format text. Yeah, perfect. Now last thing, just to make it dynamic, the number of days of as per the month. Here we have hard coded 31. So let's refer to this current date, but let me copy it from the one of the formulas. This formula, yes, and in sequence paste this and -1. I will do -1 to get the last day of the month. I will pass day function here and close the bracket. Yes, now let's see. So in Jan it's 31 days, Feb 28, March 31st, April 30. Let's do some enhancement. Let me make it bold. These blocks, I will add a border 0.1 solid and light color. Yes, same goes here. Border 0.1 and light color. Stage. Perfect. This looks bit fancy. Let's try another one. Yeah. Sort this gallery item properties. Let's sort it based on the start date. Sort by column. This bracket close. Yes. Let's go next. Next. Yeah. We are going to develop one web resource from the scratch. So objective of this POC is creating a QR code from the Canvas app using web resource, and we are providing print option to that QR code. Consider one use case of IT asset management. So basically organization allocate assets to the employees, and here we have developed a IT asset management system. So for each of the asset we have a record. We are going to generate a QR code for that particular record. So let's get started. Let's create one gallery first, and then we will develop web resource. So on visible of the screen I will create one collection, so call IT assets, employee as well as asset. Let me add one gallery. I will remove all the controls within it. Add one horizontal container inside this. I will need text box, multiple text boxes I will create here, and I will add one button. This button is nothing but generate QR. Yeah, I will increase width to 120. Yeah, I will select the text and make it flexible width. I will add padding of 20 at the right and left. Yes, let's assign that collection here. Call IT asset. First one would be this item dot asset ID, asset name dot assigned to dot allocation data. I need to jump from another screen to this screen, collect this information. So we have got this. Let me add one more text, bring it left. This is this item dot status. Perfect. Our focus is to generate a QR code for this video. Now let's create web resource. For this, click on new, more, and web resource. Here we will find either we can upload a file or provide a code directly. Then we can select which code we are using. So we are using HTML here, and we can provide name. Name would be QR code. Yeah, language I will use English. Okay, now let's create a code using AI tool. So for that I will leverage Google Gemini. Let me add a prompt. Copy it. I will paste it over here and save. Yes, now you can see the web resources available here. QR code generator. Let's publish all the customization. Let's ask Gemini, give me launch function as well. So this one, copy it. Now we will use that code in this button, generate QR. Let's paste this. I need to add my organization here, so paste it over. I need to provide web resource name here, so let me just check, open it. So this is our name, so let me copy it and paste it over here. Let's provide here this item dot asset id, and this is asset name. Yes, now let's test. Create code. Nope, I need to remove .html from here. Yeah, let's test it out again. Can't see the QR code, so let me pass this URL to Gemini. Let's copy it again. I need to go to web resource, select all and paste it again, save. I need to publish it again. Let's try again. Perfect. Now we got QR code as well as asset ID number and asset name as well as print label, but this UI is bit basic, so let me ask Gemini to create advanced UI. Perfect, we got code here, copy it. Let's go to web resource, replace it, save, again publish, generate. Perfect, generate printout. Yeah, yes, we have got this. Let's try this, generating this. HP monitor 3. Generate printout. Perfect. Create custom function for the Canvas app. I'm in lowcodefx environment, and left hand side you can see the functions tab. So here we are going to create a custom function and we can pull it in the Canvas app. So click on create function. I will name it as text processor. Let me pass to the same description. Input will be input string, then I will set output as processed output string. If needed, we can provide the table reference from the database, and here we need to add a formula. To add a formula, we need to start with curly brackets. So here it will pop up the output name. Just to test, let's pass a simple function, length of input, curly bracket close. So our output is string, so let me convert into the string. So text, this. Let's save it. This function has been created. Let's jump to the Canvas app. Here first of all we need to add a data source. So here for environment, connect it. Yeah, so this got connected. Now in the screen I will need one input box, then one button and text to display output. Yes, this input I need to refer here. So on select of this button I will call this data source environment dot text processor. Yeah, and we need to pass the curly bracket here. Then I will utilize the input text dot text bracket close. Then I have to close the curly bracket as well. Yeah, and output of this we need to save it in the variable. So use set where output comma this. Perfect. And this variable I will use in the text box, variable dot processed output. Now let's test. Yeah, 10, 7, 3. Yeah, so this is working fine. If we need multiple outputs for the same input, we can add here clean text, we can add upper text, word count. Yeah, and in the formula within the curly brackets we can basically pass the multiple formula. So here we go, the output of this should be the text. So let me add text here. So text. Perfect. And save it. And similar to this I will add 4 more outputs. Let me go here and refresh this, and here I will pass now different outputs like clean text, upper text, word count. Let's see. Here we go, we got this output. Even from this window we can test the function. So if I pass here and play, we can get the output. How we can build a draggable control? For that I will utilize slider, classic slider. Yeah, this one, x0 y0, and I will set width as parent width and height as parent height. Yeah, perfect. And the logic is for every millisecond it will change the layout from horizontal to vertical and vertical to horizontal. So for that I will need one timer. Perfect. And this timer I will set duration as 0.1 and repeat on, auto start on. Yes, so this is my slider 4. On end of this timer, on timer end, I will check if slider 4 dot layout is equal to layout dot horizontal. Then I will set one variable, that is where layout comma vertical if it's not horizontal, and else I will set it as horizontal. Yeah, and this variable I will pass it to this layout option here. So let's play. Yes, so for every millisecond it will change the layout. Now select the slider and change this rel property to 1000. Okay, so it will look like this. So based on the width and height I will set the max value. If where layout is equal to dot horizontal, if it's horizontal then max value would be parent width, yes, else parent dot height. That's it. We have got this slider value. Okay, now let's add a control, okay, which we need to drag. So I need icon. Let's add this airplane. Perfect. And this x and we need to set x and y property. Let's utilize timer again. So I will use this again, copy this, paste. So if it's horizontal then I will set x property where x, and this is nothing but slider 4 dot value. Same way I will set where y. Instead of this slider value directly, we need to subtract this slider value from the parent height minus this slider value. We'll bring this up before changing the layout. So here we go, x property and y property. Yeah, now we need to make sure that this icon should be at the back of the slider. So let's bring it back of the slider. Let's set a color of the slider, rel, it will be transparent, also value fill transparent. We need to set a default property of the slider. So here we will utilize same logic. Slider layout is horizontal, then we will use where x. If it's vertical then we will use where y, but it should be parent height minus where y, bracket close. Okay, let's test. Yes, I'm going to add a Copilot inside Canvas app. In previous videos we have added this Gantt chart, and bottom you can see the icon. I'm going to utilize the same group and add it on the left hand side. So this is nothing but my group of button and image. So let me copy it and put it in the project screen, paste. Yeah, so this is nothing but icon for Copilot. Yes, I need to change the x and y property. So here if you see parent width minus this, remove this one. Yeah, same goes with button, remove the parent dot width here. So my button should be on top of image, so let me bring it top, and image property of this I'm going to add one SVG. So we have got this chatbot icon here. Visible property of the group, I will set it to true. On click of this icon I want to populate here a window for the Copilot. So let me add a vertical container. let me refer to this image to the container. X property would be this image dot x plus this image dot width. Add a white color in the background. I will keep height as 600. I will set y property as this image dot y minus self dot height. Yes, so it will land up to the right. I will add two containers. One is for Copilot and one is for combo box. I will explain this later why we need a combo box. So let me add one vertical container and one more horizontal container. Yeah, this horizontal container I will set static height of 40. Width I will set, oh yeah, let's make it flexible width. This container will appear on click of this icon. On click of this button I will set one variable. Let's make it var Copilot. Yeah, here also I will pass this and not. Perfect. Use this to the container visibility. This container will be visible on click of this. So if I click on icon, this will visible. It will toggle basically. To add a Copilot here, we need to go to the admin center. From settings, click on admin center. Now click on manage, then environments, then the respective environment. Click on settings, then click on product, then features, and if you scroll down you will find one option, Power Apps Component Framework for Canvas app. Turn it on. You need to click on save button. Jump to the Canvas app and click on components, and here you will find import components, and right hand side this option, the code option, will be visible when you enable that option from the admin center. So here you will find Copilot. So click on this and import. Yeah, now click on this and in the code component you will find Copilot. Let's change the height and width. Width will be parent width and height I will set it to parent height. Perfect. I will bring this container on top, this combo box container here, because below you will find the space to add a prompt. So let's bring it on the top. In the item property I will list down all the important data was tables. So I do have projects, then I have tasks, then I have employees, then history. Yeah, let's utilize 4 for now. So if you see in the drop down, yeah, so this is a new feature in the combo box. You can clear the list in one click. So they have updated this control with this cancel icon. No need to have a separate reset icon here. So that's good. Now select the Copilot control, and in data source I will use a switch combo box dot selected dot value, comma, if the selected value is project, then I will pass pp underscore project details. Let's test it out. If I click project, let's ask how many projects are there. There are total 10 projects in the system. Let me try tasks. How many pending tasks are there? Yeah. So there are 12 tasks currently in pending state, new, in progress, or hold. Let's select employee. Give me active employee list. How many records are there for each project? One more important thing, we cannot pass multiple data sources at one go. So this combo box has to be single selection. Just turn off this multi selection for this combo box. So user should select one value at a time. Let's create a UI design using AI tools. So right now I'm in a ChatGPT. Let's add prompt to ChatGPT. List top 5 UI design AI tools. Okay, so we have got top 5. Let's use Figma AI. I will write another prompt. Help me write a prompt to create UI for smart inventory management tool using Figma AI. We have got this prompt. Ask him to create detailed prompt. I need a detailed prompt plus ask for advanced UI plus add animation. It should be for Power Apps. Yeah. Let me copy it and let's open Figma. Now I'm into Figma, and here if you see we can paste that prompt, yeah, and enter. So it will take several minutes to create a UI. So let's jump to the final one. UI has been created. Let me click on play. Yeah, we have got inventory management tool. We have got this user experience. In the dashboard we have got insights. Yes, products. We can search the products or filter out with different values. Import exports, add product. Yeah, inventory. Yes, good. Seems like it's doable in Power Apps. Also we have got this accordion effect. We can also build this in Power Apps. I have covered smooth accordion effect in one of my previous videos, so do check it out. Reports, we can integrate Power BI dashboard. Users, basically it's role permissions, and user management, settings, security, integrations, data, and appearance. Basically, we can add more prompts and enhance the UI, and this is how we can basically build UI design in 10 minutes. Now use same prompt in all other UI tools and check out the UI, how it comes, and compare them, and do let me know which one is the best in the comment box. Try Vibe Power Apps, and this is what I have developed in Canvas app so far. Let's try to build same application using Vibe. So let me walk you through this application. So this is home screen with 4 tabs. Let me jump to the project screen. So here we have the cards based on the projects, and for each cards we have this task list of tasks, and for each task I have designed this chat system where you can see the respective chats for action items. Yeah, and also we have provided Gantt chart view at the bottom. So if you see, this is the Gantt chart view. Yeah, and in the teams, here I have designed this according effect. So here we can track the assigned task for each resources. Also we have all task screen where all the task has been listed, and we have my task. So logged in user can see the respective task. Also we have history log with filters, can apply multiple filters here. Also we have a quick search and admin screen. Here you can see project tab and user tab. Basically admin can make project active or inactive, same goes with users. And last but not the least, dashboard. It's a Power BI dashboard. So I'm going to try to create one prompt based on these screens, and we will pass that prompt to Vibe. Now I'm in the Google Gemini, and I have attached all the screenshot from the Canvas app, and let me write a prompt here to create a prompt. Okay, attached prompt. Okay, so we have got prompt. Let me copy it. And now I'm into vibe.powerapps.com, and here you need to link your environment where you want to create this application, and then we can provide the prompt. Plan, data, and app is being created. So you will see the Dataverse model here. So it will take some time. He found some bugs in the code, so he has restarted the coding again. The app is ready. Now you can see the data model here. Yeah, and plan. Yes. Yeah, it took around 15 minutes to create this app. Let me click on save button now. Okay, let's test the app. UI is a bit different, but looks like it has got all the functionality. So let's check one by one. So this is my home screen, and here we have 4 tabs what we have in our application. Let me click on all. We have the cards here, search box as well, new project. Yes, now let's click on one of the card. Okay, so it's kind of Kanban. So here we have 3 buckets. Then we have Gantt chart view as well. Nice. Then we can add multiple tasks. Perfect. So this project screen is exactly similar to our canvas app. Let's jump to the task. Here we have search box, filters, yeah, and list of tasks. Also here you can see the additional status overdue. Now teams, list of resources. If I click here, you can see the details and which task has been assigned. Let's see the history log. We have available filters. Perfect. Reset filters, total events, admin screen, projects. We can make it active, inactive. We have also got pop-up here. Yes, and same goes with user. Perfect. And dashboard. Nice. Active projects, total tasks, completion, team members. I would say 95% functionality is same what we have in the canvas app, so it's good. And now let's try publishing it. So I will click on publish. Now I'm into the lowcodefx environment where we have deployed the vibe application. Let's click on app. Here you can see this app has been created. Perfect. And if you can see, the type of this app is code, so we have got new type here. So along with canvas model driven app, we have got code as a type. Can't see solution for the respective vibe app. So, and if the edit button is also disabled, that means we cannot edit the application. Let's try playing it here. Yeah. So let me create one project now. So if you can see this, the good animation, let me try adding a new project. Yes, so project has been created. Let me try add a task, test, assign to someone. Yes, this has been added here. So if I change the status, it will jump to another window. The task, you can see this. From here we can edit the task. Now, nice. So it's very good application. It's completely insane. So basically, if you want to add some enhancement or modify something, or something is not working, for example here I can see history log is not working, prompts here again and ask for the modification, and once it's completed we can publish it again and it will reflect in the application. uh, I can see limitations as far as complex projects are concerned. We cannot modify something inside the application directly. We have to do it through the prompt. This is kind of limitations. And for the complex projects, the customization needed. I think for the small projects it's best. Within the 15 to 20 minutes you can create entire application. I'm very surprised with the UI. In within the few minutes the entire application got created. So yeah, so vibe is helpful in the small projects as of now. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much.